はい、ニコルですが、ニクっていますよ。Options with News 時間だ。Shit, that was terrible, but the only reason I did that humiliation ritual just then was because YouTube told me that I need to, advertise a little bit more that I know a little bit of Japanese so that people think I'm interesting and unique. And I'm like, yes, YouTube, please tell me how to get more views. I'm kind of homeless. I need the views. So, yeah, maybe my credibility just tanked from that, but I'm really bad at speaking, but I'm good at reading. Trust. Speaking of me being good at reading Japanese, I noticed something from the new Alucard teaser thing. Right there under it, it says Lamine. That means House Lamine. It doesn't mean legacy or whatever the fuck Grok was talking about. Don't listen to that AI shit. Actually learn the language. Actually just check to see how natives are taking it, really. And that's basically all you have to do. Don't trust the AI shit. House Lamine, this is how they refer to House Chalfie, House Veltalmer in FE4. So this means house, like a family. That's what it means. To me, this straight up deconfirmed sequel. For me. Now, I wouldn't believe in the sequel. I worked for that theory, okay? I worked for it, but you can't ignore this because look at all the other houses. They're all named after the 10 elites. You don't have Maurice. His house faded into obscurity because, well, they wanted to nuke Brother's whole bloodline, so that's totally different. No one's trying to nuke the Lamine bloodline. In the most logical sense, be a historical house called House Lamine, but we never saw it in Three Houses. We saw Marguerite's and House Bartels, whatever. That's the stuff that we saw. Now, we find someone from House Lamine. I'm more willing to bet that this is the historical House Lamine that should exist because you have all the 10 elites that have their own territory. And I know what you're saying. What if Mercedes or Eurice's descendants restart up the house and they don't call it Marguerite's, they don't call it Bartels, they call it Lamine, going back to their roots, right? Their mother's roots. First off, Eurice is not having no kids. Listen to him.
Or will I? The clash of spirits fighting for their lives. Battle is the one thing that puts blood in my veins.
He would have to put a bitch under a lot of hypnosis to get somebody pregnant. A ton of hypnosis. Did you see that violent ending? I don't think people was trying to mess with school shooters and stuff like that. All these girls that be wanting to get with Eric Harris and Dylan Claybo, all that stuff. I don't think that was a thing back then. I don't know if Eurice is having no babies. I don't think it's happening. Alright? And then Mercedes, how would her kids care about a crest? Care about some crest? Mercedes hates her crest, okay? So that doesn't even make any sense to begin with. Maybe 200 years in the future, they'll care about their crest and their origins and all this stuff, but it really just seems like for the most part, Mercedes wants to put that path behind her. Really, that's the vibe from the character that we get. So I just feel like this Lamine house stuff, to me, it doesn't really, I don't know, bro. I just can't see it. And then, I don't think it makes a lot of sense. But sequel people, sequel family, please argue with me in the comments because I want to be wrong. I hate Prequel because it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Rhea had the continent locked the fuck down. She had the continent locked down. So how are all these people going over there? Nobles that have heroes relics with them? Rhea's not letting that slide. It's not happening. Like, if Rhea don't pull up during the game itself, I don't believe this at all. How can multiple people just take fucking crest weapons outside the country? And these are people from noble houses that probably the heads of the fucking house because they have the hero relics. Maybe he stole the shit just like he stole a little boat that could, but I don't know. So I hate prequels. So sequel people, argue with me, tell me your theories down below. I need to hear them. But let's switch gears to talk about this gameplay. I told y'all I would talk about this gameplay. Just shove my fist up his ass and rip it a new one. Right through the gut. All the way up to the sigmoidal colon. Stomach bulge and all. That's what I said I was going to do to this gameplay. So we're going to talk about it. In my last video, I said that Three Houses is very tedious. And some of the things being back, like motivation, dining, gifts, reminded me of lost items. I was like, they didn't learn. Oh Lord, they didn't learn. That shit was boring. They didn't learn yet. People were saying that, well, JRPGs inherently have tedious parts to them. And to that, I say, no! That is a falsehood! Shame on you! Shame on you disparaging the name of all of these JRPG legends. I think the miscommunication came from the fact that I was focusing on dining cutscenes, but listen, the reason why I focus on diner cutscenes is because you see them shits 8 times a fucking day to get up the motivation for your students. I'm not just nitpicking. I'm gonna be honest, if I have to look at the same thing fucking 800 times during my playthrough, it better be goddamn interesting. That's just basic shit. To me, the Three Houses diner cutscenes is like those RPGs where the battles take 10 seconds to start. And you can't skip it, nothing engaging about it. That is the equivalent of the Three Houses diner cutscenes. It's a big waste of time. You're not getting any characterization. This is delicious. What are you telling me? When I see Xenoblade and Ryan is like, that's Ryan, baby. When he says stuff like that, I'm like, okay, that's my boy Ryan. He feels good about himself. He feels accomplished. I learned something about Ryan. I get attached to Ryan because he's actually giving something about his character. And their charming interactions, all of them.
With you around, there ain't no stopping us. Totally.
Don't get cocky. Stay focused. Stay sharp.
Yes, sir.
Thanks to Ricky's sidekicks, we win.
What? Who are you calling sidekick?
No see anyone else? Must be you.
Mighty hero cop. I can see that you're in pain.
Nothing can beat Ricky.
Dunban, you're embarrassing Ricky.
I never get annoyed. I never get tired of hearing the end of battle dialogue in Xenoblade. I never get tired of it. It's impossible. When you have Persona hanging out with the characters, it feels like a different fucking hangout every single time. It just be like, oh, you want to hang out after school? You want to study? When you're relationship building, it's not like a tedious chore. They fine-tune Persona to where it would actually work. It's not tedious. It feels something new and brand new every time you're getting to know the characters on a deeper level. Every single hangout that you're building towards their social link. Come on, man. I'm not new to this shit, bro. Y'all can't tell me that JRPGs are inherently tedious. Maybe Trails does y'all like that. I'm not into Trails yet. Maybe Trails does it to y'all, but the shit I play don't do that to me. Okay? So that's what I meant by the tedium, and they're gonna have to check that because that's the worst thing an RPG can be, is tedious and boring. That was my concern. The last thing I want to get into is just to acknowledge that we finally have news on all 4 of the characters. I won't be going in depth with this, but just like my thoughts, what I took from it. The female lords completely mock the male ones. They do. Alucard is Alucard. Konami, get your check. Get your check, Konami. If Nintendo can sue all these companies for their intellectual property, you got this with Alucard, okay? Kai, not super interested in him. Black Kid.
Determined to win the games to save his imprisoned father.
A black dad in prison. That's all I got out of Kai at this point. But the women, you got Theodora. I was shocked by how she sounds, like her voice, because she gives me those Edelgard vibes. I thought she was gonna sound more elegant, more refined, but no, she sounds like a tomboy. Like she gets down in the dirt. Like, okay, like I can wrestle with her. Like, okay. That was the first thing I noticed in the Theodora trailer anyways. And then you have Leda. She's saying, okay, like, I'll dance for you, queen. I'll dance for you, queen. Yes. Odorimasu, 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 yo, queen. Odorimasu, yo, jo. Like, do y'all see? And then y'all see the subliminal messaging that they do on these trailers? They made her the hunter class because we're going to hunt her. She's just so fine. Like, I don't know. And I feel like the thing, like, they're doing too much. They're really going into this. This is a divine goddess. Like, they're really going that angle with Leda. Just full stop. They're just going that way with her. And I gotta say, the female characters just interest me so much more than the male characters. And I think that's gonna just translate. Because even all the male characters we've seen so far, yes, you have some big black men. That's super cool, but I don't know. Where are my little white guys at? Okay, wait, where are the cool white guys? I don't really like any of the white guys that much, honestly. Just the big black guys, like, they look really cool. But I don't know. I usually like some eye candy. The big black guys, they look a little bit old for me. And there's nothing for us young women out there. Like, where are our bishonens? Like, where are they? They're not even there. So yeah, that's the video. Sayonara, amigas. I'll be seeing you next time when I actually dig into this gameplay, dig up in it, clean it out, just ready for me. We're gonna talk about that next time.
Subscribe, man!